Hi everyone. For my final presentation, I choose the film City of God, which is made it in 2002. I choose the City of God because it is more than a crime film. It's a visceral portrayal of a society often ignored by mainstream media. I remember being stunned not just by the violence but by the humanity and the artistry. It also raised important questions about representation, poverty, race, and the global gaze, which I believe are crucial topics in any world of cinema class. The film City of God about two friends' childhood in the City of God favela rocket who wants to be a photographer and Lil Z who becomes a feared drug lord. It begins in the 1960s generation of children in gang warfare. Rocket's camera becomes a symbol of survival. It documents what others dying trying to escape. The Brazil is known for samba, soccer, and favelas, but in the film City of God, we can see a different country of Brazil, which is a raw, dangerous, and unforgettable Brazil. The film The City of God came out in 2002 and was part of the new era. Unlike earlier slow-paced social realism, it used hyperkinetic editing, dramatic music. The film was nominated 4 times for Oscars by cinematography, directing, editing, adapted screenplay. Also, they cast local yes actors from real favelas. The film City of God has been called a masterpiece by a lot of major critics. Scott from the New York Times describes it as ferociously well made. Also, Roger Ebert called it one of the best films you'll ever see about the endless cycle of violence, which really highlights how deeply the film affected viewers around the world. But at the same time, some film scholars have raised important questions about how we as viewers engage with the film. Stephanie Dennison describes City of God as an example of post-national cinema, meaning it is a movie rooted in Brazil but made in a way that appeals to global audiences. It uses fast editing and flashy production that you'll usually see in Hollywood crime movies. The personal opinion about the film, it is definitely a part of a world cinema class since it demonstrates how intimate contemporary narratives can engage the world without being compromised. It makes us confront global problems, inequality, structural violence, and survival through the eyes of a particular community. The film also a great example of how local cinema can challenge traditional power structures. The fact that most of the actors were slum children and that they acted out roles from their own lives gives the film a certain emotional authenticity. Stylistically, the film is a masterclass in modern storytelling, like quick cuts, dynamic camera movements, flashbacks, freeze frames, all of it increased emotion without detracting from narrative clarity. The film
The
deserves
deserves
a
a
place
place
in
in
any
any
world
world
cinema
cinema
class,
class,
not
but
just
not just
because of
because
how
of
it
how it
looks,
looks,
but
but
because
because
of
of
what it
what it
makes
makes
us
us
ask.
ask.
Who gets to tell the
Also,
stories?
who
Are we
gets to tell
watching
the
to feel or
stories
just to
about this?
consume?
Are we
And
watching to
most
feel
of
or
all,
just to
can cinema
consume?
change
And
how we see
most
the
of
world?
all, can cinema change how we
The
see the
film
world?
deserves a